down. Newton's Law.
Newton's Law.
Let's see what we got.
Newton's
All
Law.
right, how not to go broke. Lou Will breaks down the science behind the financials.
4 years. 4 years is the average lifespan of an NBA career. And it take us 5 years after that to go broke. Easy numbers game. I do it like this. You make $5 million, 2.5 of that gone. You got agent fees, probably another 50 of that gone. You got your dues. A lot of people don't know we got dues for the NBPA. Yeah, you got dues. Wow. So everybody put their money in the pot. So you figure you got 450 NBA players. I think the dues is 15 to 20 grand a year.
Oh,
Everybody
that
put it in the
ain't
pot.
shit.
That's
Well,
how
NBA player, that ain't a damn thing.
all of that type of shit.
I didn't know that.
Then you got your personal staff. Financial advisor is probably 1%. Agent at a high number is gonna get 4%.
Right.
But you can negotiate from 1 to 4.
Okay.
So before you look up, you probably at 1.5 million off of 5.
Damn.
With nothing. And these Benzes that we keep talking about in these mansions and shit, these girlfriends and these Chanel bags. Before you know it, you not a millionaire no more.
Right.
You a high thousandaire. On paper, you can tell a motherfucker, fuck you, I'm a millionaire.
Right.
In real life, a lot of that pie gone.
Gone.
A lot of that pie is definitely gone, Pig.
Well, break it down for us now. High thousand there. How do you manage your money?
Okay. All right. So it's the unfortunate truth that, yes, a lot of people do go broke or are not able to keep up with the means that they once knew to be life.
Okay.
But that literally comes from people just overly spending. I mean, damn, just because you got millions of dollars don't mean you gotta blow millions of dollars.
They want to keep up with the Joneses. They want to do all this. Fortunately, I never really had a financial advisor, but I never really was a splurger either. Still to this day. Haven't really went shopping or made a large purchase in quite some time. But I will say this. This is the number one rule to why a person may go broke. Even though your income is what you make, right? In layman's terms. Even though your income may change, where at one point, ain't this the same dude that was making $20 million a year, $30 million, but you stupid. Your expenses don't change.
Elaborate on that.
Elaborate.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
2018, I was making $20 million a year with about $5 to $6 million in expenses. Expenses is agent fees, like Lou just mentioned.
Damn.
Agent fees. I may have made certain purchases, lavish, experiences. That's just rough, right? Private school, cars, homes.
Damn, Cam, you sent your kids to private schools?
In 2025, not making 20 million, but you still have lavish lifestyles, large purchases, private school, child support, alimony.
Even if you buy a big home, you still got upkeep on it.
Upkeep of the home. You got flowers. You got lawn care service. You got HOA fees and dues. Those things never leave. Those expenses
It's forever.
that you think at one point come in, but your overhead never really changes. Like the income changes, but your expenses has to change with the income that comes in.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be able to be in the
You
position
got to cut some
that I am
things
now,
off, man. You got to cut some people off. You got to cut some of them
still
expenses off.
living the way that I want. I heard this once and even heard this on a documentary. You can live a couple years like a king, or with the right money decisions, you can live the rest of your life like a prince. Now, there's people who still deem that they're supposed to live a certain lifestyle, and that well is going to dry.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately. Now, that's why you
100%.
see publications like 4th and 1 to keep the lights on, and we happy with doing it.
I want to ask you something, though. When in your life, obviously you're saying I made $20 million a year. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money, Cam.
But when in your life,
Cam touched like 150 in his whole career off NFL only.
Buy but that don't mean.
But we don't know what he made off
Yeah,
Under
but
Armour
even
though.
when people hear 20 million,
I know Under Armour
like,
paid him
like
good
20
though.
million really was like 12,
after
11, like taxes. Like, bro, you paying state taxes and federal taxes, and if you don't know what they are, look at it. You paying at the top 1%.
Yeah,
And,
you're paying the highest.
You
You're in
know,
the highest tax
but
bracket
for
there
me,
is.
I've always learned it's better to be able to afford it and not have it rather than to have it and not afford it.
Right.
And I think a lot of people just
Right.
want to look.
the part. There's a lot of lookalikes.
You want that
Not
Rolls
being a
Royce,
part.
but can you
Like, I
afford
don't
that
care
Rolls
to
Royce?
own
That's the thing, bro.
certain
Like
watches.
even when you see people selling a Mercedes, like say somebody selling a Mercedes and it's on their lawn, right? You pass their house and they got a car for sale and it's a Mercedes, right? And they selling it for like $15,000, right? You got to make sure you got money to keep up with the parts, the brakes, the rotors, the tires, the fucking windshield wipers, everything, the paint job, every single thing on that car is going to be an expense that might take you over what you paid for it, which was $15,000. So you gotta play it smart, bro. You have to play it smart, bro. You gotta ask yourself them questions. Can I afford? Yes, in the moment you can afford that foreign car, but can you afford what's gonna come with that foreign car? Them breakdowns, the engine repairs, the under the hood repair, everything, bro. Under the car repair, all that shit, bro. You gotta take that. The suspension, you have to take all that into mind when you are making these expensive purchases on these expensive ass luxury items. Like dead ass. We all want to be seen in a Benz. We all want to be seen in that Rolls Royce. We all want to drive a nice car. You feel me? BMW, Porsche, a Range Rover, whatever it is, Tesla. Shit, even Tesla expensive as hell. Lamborghini, Ferrari. Don't get me started. My God, them parts cost crazy amounts of money. Them parts have to get flown in from overseas sometime. You feel me? Or shipped over here. You know, so be mindful when you making these purchases out here, no matter how much money you got, because I'm telling you, it's going to come a day where you're going to have to pay that tab. Hopefully you got it.
Just like I'm good with my watch collection, you know what I'm saying? Little bitty, you know, whatever. I don't like to leave in little bitty. It's just like, I see what you got. I can afford that. I just don't want it. Yeah. I see what you're driving in. I can afford that, but I don't want it. Yeah. I see what you're wearing. I can afford that too, but I don't want it. Yeah. And those are the things that you have to teach yourself, like what is really important. So that's my take on that.
Flat out.
Cool.
Oh wait, you say something?
We done, Peg?
Telling y'all, man, be smart with y'all money. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Live how your money lets you live. I don't care how wealthy your friends are. That's their money. You feel me? Like flat out, it ain't yours. What your money allows you to do that. But also don't go above and beyond your means. Live below or within your means so that you do not go broke. Some of y'all work a 9 to 5 and you got more money than most of these athletes that have retired, that made way more money than you might ever see in your lifetime. So always remember that. Be smart with your finances. You know, hopefully you win the lottery or something. But even then, if you win the lottery, still be smart with your money. Don't be a dummy. All right, flat out.